Jai Shri Ram, Thought Capsule Series number 14. This is an observation of Adi Shankaracharya about the Bhagavad Gita. Adi Shankaracharya says the Gita is the quintessence of the Vedas, but it is not very easy to understand. Now, this quote is very important because I think there are many shlokas in the Bhagavad Gita which are really incomprehensible for the simple reason that Vyasa used some very complex words and concepts which can only be understood in deep meditation. Now, what was the reason behind this? You must be knowing the story behind the origin of the Mahabharata. Well, to put it shortly, quickly, Vyasa, when he was inspired to write the Mahabharata, went to Brahmadeva and asked, I need a stenographer, somebody who can take dictation. So Brahma said, Ganesha is the best guy for that. So Vyasa went and asked Ganesha, are you ready? He said, fine, I am ready. But then you should continuously dictate. There should be no pause because I have many other things to do. So Vyasa was concerned that how can it be possible to continuously dictate? He may have to go to take a bath or go to the bathroom too. There needs to be some kind of an interval. So Vyasa decided and he said, okay, fine, but I have a counter condition. You must write only whatever you understand. If something is incomprehensible for you, you must make every effort to understand it and only then you should write it down. As Ganesha is the lord of all learning, he said, fine. But then Vyasa used such powerful language. Vyasa is an incarnation of Sri Mahavishnu. So Vyasa is, I believe, he used what is called Guhya Bhasha or extremely recondite language. Some 8,800 shlokas according to Justice Kodandaramaya Garu, who wrote extensively on Mahabharata and Ramayana. 8,800 verses in the Mahabharata are in this Guhya Bhasha, which are extremely complex and not easy to understand. I am certain, therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita also, in the 8th chapter, you have this Devayana, Pitriyana. Some shlokas are there which are not easy to understand and they are extremely complex. And whenever I see somebody who claims to be an authority of Gita, I really feel sad for that person, for his conceit. Adi Shankara says, Tadidam Gita Shastram Samasta Vedartha Sarasangraha Bhutam Durvigneyartham. The Gita is the essence of the Vedas, but its meaning is very difficult to grasp. When Adi Shankaracharya is making such a declaration, how can we mere mortals say that we are all authorities on Gita? That's not possible. We are at best Gita Upasaks. We are still learning. Only Krishna knows the full meaning of whatever he has said. The next thought capsule. Intellectual subversion is the operative phrase. You see, we have been fed fake history. And this intellectual subversion means secretly causing damage. Well entrenched in the universities, not only in India but abroad too. These evangelists are there, communists are there, and all kinds of jihadis are there. They run down Hinduism, distort that Romila Thapar, Irfan, Habib, this gang of fake historians are there who have written all kinds of false history. And this is what creates inferiority complex in most of the Hindus of the young generation. So that's why they are indifferent to Sanatana Dharma, which is actually the highway to realization and highway to bliss too. So we must develop the intellectual Kshatriya Bhava. That means we should develop the ability to debate fearlessly, ask them questions which they cannot answer. Right, anyway, the last capsule is the phrase tribalism. Hinduism does not propose any kind of tribalism. Tribalism means clannishness, us and them mentality. So Hinduism actually talks about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. In the Mahopanishad, the verse goes like this. Ayam bandhur ayam neti gananam laghuchetasam udara charitanantu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. If you think, if somebody says that these people are my relatives and they are not my relatives, he is a person of a little mind, small mind. The really liberal, noble-minded are those who says that the whole world is my family. That's what Sanatana Dharma teaches. Treat the whole world as your family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. No tribalism. Jai Shri Ram.